So I remember when Book Talk first got really popular, there was this one book series that was literally everywhere, and that is the Folk of the Air series. And now it still is very popular, but as it so happens, I have never read it before. So can you guess what this video is about? We are reading Harry Potter. No, seriously, we're reading the Folk of the Air. Now, all I know about this series is there is a girl named Jude, and there is a prince who is cruel. That's all I know. Now, as many people as I have seen fawning over this, I should say fawning over this book. That was so dumb. Let's never say that again. Okay, I'm sorry. As many people as I've seen fawning over this book, and I've never heard anyone talking about what's actually in it. I don't know the plot. I don't know anything about the characters. I know nothing. But the one thing I hear people always talking about is the fact that Carden has a tail. I don't know what that has to do with anything, or why it's important, or why people are so focused on it. But that's all I know. And I read the back literally 2 seconds ago, and it says Jude and her sisters, who is the main character, along with the prince, the Carden. Jude and her sisters become orphans and they get kidnapped, and then she falls in love with Carden. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna find out. Okay, and then the second one. Which one's the second one? I am so unprepared. I think this is the second one. We'll go with it. Okay? TWK King. Know nothing about it. Third one. The Queen of Nothing. Know about it. There is also, I just learned, because as I was like 5 minutes ago, I was stalking Holly Black's Goodreads, and I just found out that there are 2 novellas between these, which I do not have because I did not know about. So we'll try to get those. If not, I don't know. And then there is a duology after this, which I thought there was just this, okay? So maybe we'll do that in another video. Okay? Tell me if you want to see that. Anyway, let's begin.
So when I told you last night that I was really, really excited to read this, I meant it. Because I binged this last night. Okay? You don't understand. I was like, okay, we'll go in, we'll read a chapter or 2, maybe 5, and then we'll move on with our night. I read 10 chapters. And I have a few things to say about this book. But the first thing that I noticed when I started reading this was how absolutely adorable these chapter headers are. Like, do you see this? This is so cute. And also, even the dividers, if I can find any. Here, look. Are you kidding me? The tiny sword. Focus, camera, please. Hello. Focus. Okay. Do you see? Why do more books not have that? Please, guys. That is so cute. We need more of this, okay? Also, can we talk about this? This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in a book. It is literally a poem at the beginning of the book. That literally is a poem about fays and fairies, which is what the book is about. That is so cute. And look at the illustrations. I'm dying over how cute everything in this book is. Also, side note, I know the lighting in my room is absolutely terrible. This whole setup I have going on right now to record this is so cozy because you can't see this right now, but I have the camera set up on top of a giant stack of pillows. I'm half terrified that it's gonna fall over. It's fine. But I'm surrounded by pillows. Also, I know the name of the book literally is The Cruel Prince, but bro is straight up bullying her. I mean, they're supposed to be love interest. They're gonna end up together at some point. How are we gonna redeem Carden? That's all I wanna know, okay?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Because, okay, I'm trying not to give away any spoilers. I'm saving the spoilers until the end. But there's a scene, the fairy fruit scene, the apple. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Straight up made me want to punch someone, okay? It straight up made me want to punch someone. How am I ever supposed to like Carden? Cool, moving on. And I read 10 chapters last night, and I was so mad, okay? And then I read 2 chapters this morning. And I know, like, bullies only do what they do because they're going through the same thing too. Okay, pop up, Dr. Seuss. I do see a redemption arc for Carden because of what he's going through. But, okay, this is so hard not to give away any spoilers. All I'm gonna say is read the warnings before you start reading this book. Because I went into this completely blind and I was definitely caught off guard. I was not expecting all of that. So definitely look up the warnings before you read this. Also, I just want to say this is the way my brain works because I was reading Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson a few days ago, and it's not a fantasy book, completely normal because it's a mystery thriller book, and I was not comprehending anything. Like, what are these people saying? And it was literally just a scene of her walking down the street eating french fries. And then I was like, I don't know what's going on in my brain. That happens every single time I read like a normal book with like normal humans and stuff. And then I started reading this and it's like the fairy king of Elfheim and the fae fruit and the, you know, all the magical whimsy stuff. And none of the words make sense, but I'm like, yes, totally, absolutely. That's what happened. That's what's happening. That's what we're doing now. Cool. One note that I do have that's really annoying me while reading this is that they're supposed to be like teenagers. Jude is like 17, 18 in this. I think she's 17. And it just feels like the author trying to write as teenagers because it does not feel like actual teenagers. This feels, I know she's supposed to be in her late teens in the book, but I just keep imagining her like a 9-year-old. Like, they all feel like children to me. Like her older sister, baby, she's 12 at most, okay? And then Jude herself and Carden and their whole class, and they're all like 8 or 9. Children. That's kind of really annoying me, but we'll see how it progresses. God, there's no good lighting in this house. We're just gonna have to deal with it. So, what happens when you start reading and then you just cannot stop and you end up reading 2 straight nights in a row and ruining your sleep schedule? You get obsessed with this book. So, I have so many things to say about it, but I can't. We're just gonna have to wait until the spoiler section at the end. But oh my god! I knew people loved this book, and I totally get it now. And I'm sorry for not reading it all these years and doubting everyone, but this is so amazing. I did end up giving this a 3.5 stars, purely because it did get a little slow in the middle, and I think that was just because this book is just the world building and intro to everything, setting up the conflicts for the whole story, but it was still really, really amazing, and I really loved it. It was a little predictable. I predicted almost everything. Looking at you, Taryn. We'll talk about it at the end. I have feelings. We're gonna talk about it. And you know what? When I say it got slow in the middle, I was falling asleep reading this, okay? Eyes were literally closing. And then we got to the coronation. Safe to say I definitely was not sleepy anymore. I'm wide awake. Because, okay, that definitely took me by surprise. I have so much to say, okay? I want to talk about it so badly, but we're gonna have to wait. And as soon as I finished it, I just sat there for like a good 10 minutes just contemplating everything I read. The epilogue was a little confusing, which is why I immediately wanted to jump into The Wicked King, the next one, but I read that this one comes after that, even though I didn't even know this existed until like 3 days ago, but we'll go with it. And also, this is the shortest book I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like 40 pages long. What do you mean? I'm gonna finish this in one sitting. And I think, I'm not entirely sure because it doesn't say it in the back. Oh my god, my camera's running out of battery, so we're gonna have to make this quick. But it doesn't say in the back but I read that this is from the POV of Jude's sister. I think it's from Terrance's POV. Not entirely sure. But I'll tell you guys when I find out. So, bye before my camera runs out. Wow, this shelf is the perfect place to put my camera. We're gonna ignore the fact that this is the best lighting I've got. Okay? We'll get it someday. But I finished The Lost Sisters last night. And I mean, I finished it in less than an hour. I said it was like 40 pages long, but I realized that the last like 10 pages is just the first chapter of The Wicked King, so it was like 30 pages. Not even that, maybe. I have nothing to say about it. I gave it a 2 stars, which I know sounds mean, but it was so boring. It just recapped everything we read in The Cruel Prince from Terrance's POV. It wasn't even like the scenes, it was just her talking about it. I don't know how to say this without any spoilers, but it was just her talking about it with like 2 or 3 little extra scenes sprinkled in. It was not fun, I'm sorry. But now that this is out of the way, we can finally get to The Wicked King, which I'm so excited for. Let's go. Also, I was so bored in this because I do not like Terran. I don't know if you've gotten that so far from my reactions. I do not like Terran, and I am slightly, only slightly, just a little bit obsessed with Jude. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I might be very much obsessed with Jude. So let's get into The Wicked King. Okay, this isn't even funny anymore because this was supposed to be a cute little video of me just going like, oh, I like this book, oh, this plot is cool, oh, these characters are fun, blah blah blah.
We don't have time for any blah blah blah.
Sorry, I need to stop. I will never stop making supernatural references. Okay, we're just gonna have to go without that line because it died, but anyway. Okay, but no, like seriously. It started off simple. It started off like, oh, I like Jude, I hate everyone else, but whatever, I like Jude. Then it turned into, oh my god, I love Jude. Carlin's kind of starting to win me over, but I don't know, we'll see about him. But oh my god, I love Jude, you are my queen. And now, it has turned into a full-blown obsession, I don't know what to do about it. Guys, you don't understand, okay? I have spent every single second of my free time reading this, and every second I have not spent on this, I have been on Pinterest looking at fan art. Okay, 1, Jude is literally the coolest FMC ever, and 2, why is the fan art so good? This is the best fan art I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm so obsessed with it. I want it as stickers, I want it as posters for my walls, I want it literally everywhere, I want it plastered on me. I don't know why I have so much energy right now, okay? Just go with it. But I'm so obsessed with this book. No one told me I would get this obsessed with it, okay? And when I tell you I cannot stop looking at the fan art, why? What is this book doing to me? And also, I have seen so many people on Pinterest who are fans of this series absolutely hate on Powerless. What is that about? They're comparing Kai and Peyton to Carnan and Jude. No, okay? No. These are 2 different book series, and I love both of them, even though I haven't finished this yet. Powerless is my favorite book series, and I think it will always stay that way. I think. But no, seriously, why are we hating? Why are we hating on Powerless? I get it, I love this too, but I'm not. But what's the point on hating on a different book series if you liked it? I don't get it. No, whatever. People are gonna hate no matter what. Screw it. I don't know why I have so much energy right now. I'm literally bouncing off the walls. I think it's because I've spent the last 3 or 4 hours sitting down and studying, so now I have way too much energy, people. Okay? How are we doing? Okay, as much as I'm saying I love this, I have not read today. Okay, I've read like 3 pages, and that is because I just got out of my English class, and there was so much reading, and now my brain cannot fully comprehend more words on paper, and I physically cannot read anymore. I give up, okay? So, we're saving this for tomorrow. I don't know what percentage I've read, but I've read like 15 chapters, so there's that. And then we'll continue more tomorrow. Also, looking at all the fan art, Jude is so pretty, and now I kind of want to dress up as her. Is that a bad idea? I don't know. I really want to dress up as her. It's a need. I need it, guys. Can I? Should I? How do I? You guys can't answer. But I really want to dress up as her. Watch me dress up as Jude at the end of this video. I look like Rudolph. Please ignore that. I might be slightly sick or allergies. I don't even know, okay? it's gone to my head at this point. I lack air. But it is a while later, I realized in the last clip, I said I read chapter 15. I read 3 pages, okay? I read 3 pages of chapter 15. And I just finished it. I read 3 pages of it and I stopped at the lake divider and I just finished it. I had to clear this up because I had not finished that chapter. And now I have. Look what I got in the mail! I'm trying to distract myself from that. Let's not talk about it, okay? I'm still not fully convinced that was real. Anyways, watch out for the next video. I'm so excited about this. Goodbye. Alright, so the thing is, I just spent like the last almost 3 hours continuously reading. So I feel a little delirious. I don't know why I feel like I just woke up. Okay, we're going with it. I just read like half of the book in one sitting. And it felt like a fever dream. I am in shock from that ending. I don't know how much I can talk about without giving any spoilers. But I have whiplash, bro. What did I just read? I don't think I can say anything about this book without spoiling something. But I do have to say that reading this was like looking both sides of the road before crossing it and then getting hit with a plane. I'm holding it backwards. I don't think I'm fully awake. Just when I was starting to trust him. You wonder why I have trust issues. I'm like betrayed on behalf of Jude right now. Also, I love when you can understand the cover art after you read the book. That's cool. I'm very much in shock. But I need to know more, so I probably will start Queen of Nothing right now. If I don't fall asleep. Oh my god, finally a spot in this house with decent lighting. Okay, so it has been a few days since I recorded, and basically, right after I finished The Wicked King, I couldn't get enough of it, and so I started reading The Queen of Nothing. And I sat there for hours and read about like 60% of it in one sitting, which I haven't done in a while. So that was fun. But even then I couldn't get enough of it, and then next day I started reading again and I just finished it. I finished this in 2 days. I was trying to prolong it so that I could spend more time in this world because I love it so much. I think it might be becoming my new favorite book series, but I couldn't stop. So now I finished the main trilogy, and I will tell you more about my thoughts about that at the end. But now it is time for the novella, How the King of Helheim Learned to Hate Stories, which is an extremely long title, okay? I don't like saying it. So now we're gonna start reading this, which I didn't read anything yesterday because I wanted to film this before I started reading this. And I don't like filming in front of people, and I could not get a moment alone yesterday. So now we're here, and we're gonna read this today. Also, by the way, I know absolutely nothing about this. I thought it was a bunch of stories from Cardin's childhood, but then I read something about it being stories after The Queen of Nothing, but then also stories about before The Cruel Prince. I have no clue what this is about, okay? I'm going in even more blind than I have the entire series. Why did we stop writing books synopsis on the back of the book? It makes me so mad. Why? I don't need to know the reviews. Put them on the front if you have to. Put them inside. Don't write them on the back. I don't really have much to say about this that can be said without spoiling anything. But here's the thing, okay? My bookshelf is right above my bed on the right side of the bed, and nothing has ever fallen off of it before except this. This fell on me in the middle of the night on my leg, and it scared me half to death. I think it might be haunted, so there's that. And can we talk about the cover for a second? Because I absolutely hate when they put real people on the cover, especially the main characters. It's so dumb. Oh, you know what I did yesterday? I have no self-control. So this will be a later video. But I know this is about Oak after the events of the main trilogy, which I don't know if I'm gonna read about Oak as a full-grown adult because he's such a cute little child, okay? But I am curious because he's a very big part of the main series. He's Jude's little brother, by the way. I realize now that people who don't know about the story have no idea what I'm talking about. Oak is the younger brother of the main character, and this is his story. I'm so bad at this, okay? I hate this format. Also, I think... Thank you for that. I'll be back. But what I was trying to say before that interruption was that I think Queen Surin is going to be a part of this story. Don't come for me if I'm saying that name wrong. I have no idea how to pronounce anyone's name in this story, okay? But I think she's important to Oak's story, because otherwise why would you flush her out like that? And if you don't know, Queen Surin is the psychotic child queen. To explain fantasy to someone who hasn't read it, she might be trapped by her family to be a queen, or she just might be completely psychotic. We don't know. But if she is in this, then we'll figure it out, I guess. I'm really not sure if she's in this. I guess we'll see in another video. Also, I saw yesterday that there is like a collection of short stories or something. I don't know anything about this, okay? I don't know anything in this video. But something is coming out in November about the series. So, of course, I'm gonna read that because I'm completely in love with the series. But I don't know, tell me in the comments, should I do a video where I read these in November along with that, or should I just make a completely separate video on these and then read that when it comes out finally? Why am I talking so fast? Goodbye. So, I did it. I read this last night, finished it, which means I have completed the entire series. Thank you, I'm being interrupted. So that was my sister demanding that I make her cookies. Anyway, I don't even know what to say about this because somehow this has quickly become my absolute favorite book series. It has dethroned Powerless, which I was not expecting, okay? I don't know how that happened. And we need to talk about this. So I thought I would give my spoiler-free review here, and then we can end it. And then the next clip will probably be the spoiler section, which I'm really excited for. So we'll do this one by one, and the first one is The Cruel Prince, which, reading that title now after I've read How the King of Brooklyn Learned to Hate Stories, is just sad. But anyway, I gave this one a 4 stars. Here, it would have been a 5 stars, but it's a 4 stars because it got slightly boring, because it was mostly just world building and explaining all the characters and the relationships, and was getting into the conflict, which was obviously needed for the first book, but really solid, really good. Now, the only thing I knew about this book before going into it specifically was the Jude scene. And as soon as I read it, I started freaking out and giggling because it just felt like being a part of an inside joke. I didn't know the context behind it, but after reading it, it's so... Now I want to read Alice in Wonderland. That's all I have to say about that. Next up, we have The Lost Sisters. I don't even know if this is considered a novella. I don't even know if this is a real book, to be honest. It feels like a ghost book. And that is because this is from the POV of Jude's twin sister Karen, who I really don't like. So it was really boring, and honestly made me not like her even more. I don't have much to say about it, okay? Do I regret reading it? No. Do I regret buying it? Yes, absolutely. You want to read it, go ahead. It doesn't really do anything to the plot. Next up, we have the second one, The Wicked King. And I can't really say much about it without spoiling the plot. But all I'm gonna say is that I gave it a 5 stars. It's so good! Next up is the third book and the finale to the trilogy, The Wicked Queen. And yes, I gave this a 5 stars too. I love the series, okay? And I do have to say, I thought I was going to be bored at the beginning of this because of what happens at the end of the second one. But I was so into it from the beginning, bro. Like, I don't know what magic is in this series, but I'm so invested. Even though it's ended, I need more. It's a 5 stars. What do you want from me? And the ending, that final chapter, Or no, was it the second last chapter? You know what I'm talking about if you've read it. Please read it. Moving on. Which brings us to How the King of Helfheim Learned to Hate Stories. I hate having to say the title out loud, but I said before that I had no idea what this was about, and now I do, and it's basically a collection of short stories from Carden's childhood, and then a main overarching story that leads to something after the events of the Queen of Nothing. I didn't think there would be an actual plot to it, but there was, and it was actually really cute and really nicely woven into the story, which I thought was so cute, and I really liked reading it. It was such a comfort read. I loved it. Okay, really random side note, but the illustrations in this really, like these really remind me of, you know, like that scene in Deathly Hallows where they're talking about the three brothers, the stone, the one, and the cloak, and the animation is playing. That's what it reminds me of. That's so random. But if we're talking about random side notes, you know how in the main trilogy, Carden wears his crown tilted, like lopsided? It really reminded me of how Ben in Descendants also wears his crown lopsided. I don't know why I'm making connections for no reason. But I gave this 3.5 stars, which is really good for a novella. So in whole, it's a 5-star series. It's a 6-star series. I don't know what to say. I am obsessed with it. But if you were only here for the spoiler-free part of the video, then I guess this is very part. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! And now, we get into the tea. I said I was gonna do it. I wasn't joking, clearly. I regret everything. I have been trying to do this hair since 7. It is now 10. And literally, I almost started crying. I know it's lopsided. I know it's uneven. I don't care. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. This is the best we've got. We have crooked horns. I don't care. Aside from that, I feel a little subconscious about the makeup because I've never done such heavy makeup before. We're gonna go with it, okay? And this was the most fairy-esque dress that I have in my closet. The hair is pissing me off. Do you understand how hard it is to get your hair in the shape of horns by yourself? Jude, why do you do this every day? I mean, you have servants who do it, but I don't. I don't know why I did this to myself. Let's talk about the actual books, shall we? Okay, I made notes on my phone while I was reading these, so we're gonna talk about that stuff. But the first note, I remember this moment so clearly because I know the name of the book is The Cruel Prince. I know Carden is supposed to be cruel, but the first time, dude literally rips off a dude's wings for not bowing to him, and that shocked me so much. So I wrote that down just to get that out of the way because
the woman was too stunned to speak.
I know he does worse stuff as the book goes on, but like that first moment, oh my god. Oh my god, my rowan berries! This is a decoration piece. I'm not putting this around my neck, but I thought this would be like this would be so cool for the berry shearers. I'm not putting it around my neck. It's prickly. I don't know what it is. I also wrote down that Taryn is the worst sister ever because, bro, that plot line, when it started, I was like, oh my god, Locke might be better than Carden. Oh, how wrong I was. I really liked Locke at the beginning, and then, as soon as Taryn said that she had a secret suitor, I knew. It makes me so mad. Because what do you mean? Locke could do whatever he wants. He's an idiot. We don't like him. But Taryn to her own sister? Absolutely not. No, girl. He is literally playing your sister while he's dating you just to test you. What do you see in him? Well, she ended up killing him, so good on her. The shock when Taryn said she killed Locke. Unmatched. Round of applause for Taryn. Also, if anyone tries to argue with me that Jude is literally the coolest person ever, this girl poisoned both glasses of wine to get Maddox. Tell me that isn't awesome. Also, saying Maddox's name, listen, I already said I don't know how to pronounce anyone's names in this books, but I looked it up and it said that Maddox's name is pronounced Madoc. That just sounds so wrong to me. I'm not calling him Madoc. No. Also, I sound so dumb. I was laughing about this for so long, but I was calling her Nicasia, and it sounds so weird now that I say it out loud. But that's how I was saying it in my head, and I looked it up, and it was Nicasia. Every time I read it, I still say Nicasia, but it sounds so weird. I sound like an idiot. Oh my god. Also, Valerian, I was like, Valerian? It was such an accent. I hate it. Now I know how to pronounce them correctly. Also, I was a little bit confused about the ending of that, the epilogue, because I thought after she tricks Carter into putting on the crown, that he would either exile her or make her marry him so she could be queen, and neither happened, but both of those things happened in the second one. So, did I predict it or not? And I said it gets boring in the middle and I was literally falling asleep, but as soon as the coronation scene hit, bro, that scene changes everything. It changes the whole story. And oh my god, the shock. I don't know what to say. Coronation? No. Bloodbath? Yes. Dude just murders his entire family. Okay, moving on to the Wicked King. And I swear, the one person I was so not expecting to be betrayed by was the ghost. Hello? I mean, he was being controlled, but like, still. Okay, listen, this is so irrelevant, but I have to talk about it, because what do you mean Carden drank cat milk as a child? Carden. Are there no goats in fairy? No cows? There's like almond milk, oat milk, nut milk, any other milk? Why cat milk? Why? I remember when it said that, I think the road said it, and he explained like this whole monologue about Carden's childhood, and there was that bit about him drinking cat milk, and that was the only part Jude focused on. Just like, he drank cat milk, and the Rose was like, that's all you focus on? And I was like, bro, how am I supposed to focus on anything else after that information? Why cat milk? Speaking of Roach, the Roach and Bomb, nothing in this book makes sense to me. Because honestly, I was expecting the Bomb and the Ghost. I mean, I don't understand it, but good for them. The earrings. Okay, listen, we're not gonna talk about Locke, because we're not gonna talk about how absolutely pathetic he is and his weird obsession with Jude for literally going after her at his bachelor party. Bro, get over yourself. I hate Locke so much. But the earrings. The fact that Carden the only time he mistook Taryn and Jude was when Taryn was wearing the earrings that made her the most beautiful girl in the room. And then he was able to recognize her when she was pretending to be Taryn in this. Do you understand me? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna need to rant for a second because this is getting insane and I'm so mad right now. Because, okay, listen, I'm currently on chapter 12 of this. Okay, before we even talk about the main thing, I literally just face palmed and had to put this book down from secondhand embarrassment. Because what do you mean you're just gonna let them humiliate you? As taking power? No, listen. Jude, we've been through this entire thing with the fairy fruit in the first book, okay? And this girl has been taking poison. She's literally been poisoning herself for God knows how long. She has the geese on her from Prince Dane, and somehow, we've ended up in the same situation again. You're not taking power by letting them humiliate you. No, what are you getting from being humiliated in front of the entire kingdom? No, get power by walking out of the stupid party. Now, for the main thing, listen, we have so many problems from putting Cardin on the throne. 1, he doesn't even really want to be king, okay? 2, he made Locke, whatever his position is, I don't even know, what is he, like, he's basically a jester, whatever. He's entertaining everyone. That is causing so many problems for us, okay? 3, Maddox is doing everything in his power to get Cardin off of the throne and putting Oak on the throne so that he, Maddox himself, can rule the kingdom through Oak, okay? Now, for the mer people, they're trying to get Narcassia, ignore my pronunciation, they're trying to put the princess on the throne as Cardin's queen so that they can rule. Listen, the only way out of all of these issues is if we get Jude on the throne herself, which will only happen if she marries Cardin. I know you both hate each other, okay? I know, it's a whole thing. But guys, this is for the entirety of Elpin. Just get married. Thank you for listening to that rant. I'm so upset. I'm sweating here from the politics of this stupid book. I'm so invested. Anyways, I'm so stressed. Calm down, it's just a book. Clearly, this is going amazing. This was a great idea.
Little longer than a few moments later.
Also, the wedding was literally my favorite thing ever because a few chapters ago we'd read this whole giant wedding of Locke and Taryn, and then this is the royal wedding. And he's literally them in Cardin's room, and he's just like, we should get married. And she's just like, sure, why not? And then they get married right then and there without telling anyone. The High King and Queen of Elfane people. Wait, also, the ring. Cardin. This man stole her ring, kept it, and then put it back on her finger when they got married. Why? And I love that she just let him have it. She's like, yeah, he stole it, whatever, he can have it. She could have easily taken it back from him. Okay, we have to talk about the exile, but I don't know how to talk about it because it makes me so angry every single time I try to talk about it. I don't even know where to begin. But seriously, so much happened in such a short time span that it actually got me so stressed because think about it. She gets betrayed by a ghost. She gets kidnapped and taken to the undersea. She's held hostage there for like a month. Cardin finally gets her back. Maddox forbids her from going to the castle even though she's literally his seneschal. I don't know what the word is, okay? Stay with me here. She sneaks into the palace. Cardin is a completely different person than he was before. The next day they get married. The next day he exiles her. My brain hurts, people. Slow down. The last thing I have to say about this book is that Balakin is absolutely filthy and disgusting. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, now, seriously, the exile. But okay, I swear, as soon as Cardin said that she was allowed to come back at any moment, I almost threw this book across the room. I'm not even kidding. Because what do you mean? Oh, you could have come back at any time because you're the queen. My guy, you literally laughed in her face when she said that in front of everyone. Do you understand that she is a mortal in a world full of fairies? They could have killed her. Did you not understand that she thought she was literally gonna get executed if she came back? What was the point of the first half of this book? Of her trying to hide, of her pretending to be Taryn. I'm so mad. This plot. Oh my god, it makes me so angry. Okay, the crooked horns are actually killing me right now. I can't do anything about it. Also, a weird realization I had while reading this was the fact that Locke and Oak are half-brothers, and he married Taryn. But also, Cardin and Oak are half-brothers, and he married Jude. Basically, Jude and Taryn's brother is the half-brother of their husbands. I mean, they're not biologically related, but like, is that not weird? He's not even their actual brother. What is going on in this family? Cardin turned into a snake, people. We're not going to talk about how traumatizing that entire plot was, but we are going to talk about the fact that he killed like half the knights. Cardin, the man who swore that he doesn't kill. he had to kill like a dozen people as a snake. The snake thing was, she stabbed him and he turned back. They ate the snake. We're gonna move on from this book. But can we talk about how Jude was literally playing real life Kiss, Marry, Kill with Cardin's friends? She killed Valerian, she kissed Locke, and she married but you get it. I saw that in Pinterest and I laughed so hard. Anyway. Let's move on to, I'm not saying the name. The only thing I have to say about this is that one scene where Cardin's in the mortal world and he goes to that like gas station or the convenience store, I remember what one it was, but he goes in and he goes and he says to the clerk, "Your pardon, might I have some means by which I can navigate your land?" That made me laugh so much. And the dude was just like, "We have old maps. People use phones, you know." Also, Cardin, he literally talked the troll to death. Well, one, he went to fight a troll in the middle of the night. He's an idiot. But he literally talked her to death. Well, she didn't die, but like, you know, while he was waiting for his 9 shining armor. Wait, Jude actually is his 9 shining armor though. Like literally. Huh. That's all I have to say about the series, okay? My horns are really making me mad. It's really distracting. But that is it for this video. Tell me what you would like to see next. Well, I know what the next video is. I'm really excited for that one, but I'm also really excited to get this out of my head. But I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye. Your Queen of Elfheim. Signing out. I don't think Jude would actually call herself that. She does. But I feel like Cardin does that more. He would just be like, "Your queen, this is the Queen of Elfheim. She is your ruler. She's my queen. We are the king and queen. Did I mention we're married?" He fangirls over her more than I do. Bye!